Up the middle, takes it to the outside, and he is going to be stopped at the 46 as he picks up a couple. It'll be 3rd and 10. Ronnie DeBose on the tackle for the Seahorses.
Well, Stempeck actually got something out of nothing there. The very tough and stingy Rutland defense in a good position now to take over here.
Guma's wide left. Piper is the end tight on the right. Noble is the deep back out of the eye, and Noble gets the call from the quarterback, Jay O'Brien. Took it straight ahead, gets it to about the 11. Pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Mike Stempeck there on the stop for Rutland High.
That's the player you have to keep your eye on if you're the Rutland defense, is Bob Noble, number 44. Not very fast, but he's powerful and he can slash. Despite his size, he moves very, very well from the backfield position for Burlington.
Steve Dumont is in. He's wide left. A couple of wideouts left. Keller's the up back. Noble the deep back out of the eye, and the handoff goes to Noble straight ahead. Not much there as he picks up yardage to about the 13. Mitch Morgan there on the tackle, so give him 2. As Bruce Wilson comes trotting into the football game for Burlington. No score, 6:52 remaining in the first quarter. Burlington has it now, 3rd down and close to 5, and its own 13-yard line. Noble is the deep back. Again, Kell the up back out of the eye. O'Brien play action, rolls left. Jay O'Brien, the junior quarterback, looking to throw. Throws, and it goes incomplete. He wanted Kell coming out of the backfield, and he had it and then got hit immediately by Conway up around the Burlington 20. And so it'll be 4th and 5 for the Seahorses, their own 13. They'll have to punt the football away.
Well, the pass was intended for Kell, but it was Conway on the kill defensively for Rutland. A nice solid tackle that just jarred the football loose. Would have had maybe enough yardage for a 1st down. It would have been close because Conway was draped all over and wrapped
it up by about 2. They had to get out to the 18.
Wrapped him up for the solo tackle and knocked the football away in the process.
Breen back to boot. Moran and Stempeck around the 50-yard line. Jamie Breen for Burlington around his own 3, and he gets the kick away. And this will pop straight up into the air and bounce out of bounds in Burlington territory at around the Burlington 29-yard line. As a matter of fact, it never did get out of bounds. It was blown dead at the 29-yard line, and that ended up being a 16-yard kick for Burlington's Jamie Breen. And like he did last week a couple of times, Chris Healey almost got in there to block the punt.
Well, the Comet was coming that time defensively for the Raiders, and he may have forced the punt to be a bad punt. That's what the pressure will do in that situation, but dangerously close to touching that football was number 31 for Rutland, John Haynes. He was out of bounds, came back in right where the ball bounced. Fortunately for the Raiders, it was the Seahorses that touched it first.
So the Raiders in excellent field position, 1st and 10, the Burlington 29. Dwyer rolls right, looking to throw. Throws long for the end zone for Mayhew, and it goes incomplete. As it went a little bit behind Mayhew, it was there, but he couldn't quite come up with a catch. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Raiders at the Burlington 29-yard line.
Well, Dwyer rolled to his right, had blocking in front of him with Barrett-Jicklian and Corsell. And Corsell, number 62, Marty Corsell, came back towards this sideline here and threw a huge block that gave Dwyer time to step up.
One 1st down. Burlington could do nothing, and a poor punt gave the Raiders a 1st and 10 at the 29. The Raiders now have it 3rd down and 8 at the Burlington 27-yard line. Right side hash mark. Dupuis leads the club out of the huddle. Seth Bailey is in. He's a slot left. Mayhew wide left. Wing left is Stempeck. Dwyer barks him out. Dwyer quick drop, throws it over the middle, and it is complete to Matt Daly down around the Burlington 20-yard line. Matt Daly, who out-hustled and out-fought the defender for the catch, and I believe that was Noble here momentarily. 4 down territory, of course. The Raiders set up in the wishbone set, as they do on short yardage situations. At Dwyer now. On the handoff to Stempeck, off right tackle. He's got the 1st down and more. Breaking tackles inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line. Jay O'Brien on the tackle. Stempeck picks up 8 and a Raider 1st down. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to mark it just inside the 15. It'll be at the Burlington 14-yard line.
Well, here's Rutland's first shot inside the 20, thanks in part to the running by Stempeck. It was a 2nd and 3rd effort. In fact, he was kind of held up for a moment there at the right side of the line of scrimmage. Got to the outside, side, spun off a defender, and picked up the first down +7.
Duval a wing right, Daly tight left. The backs are split. Stempeck and Conway behind Pat Dwyer. Duval's in motion right to left. Hand off to Stempeck, sweeps left, cuts it inside at the 10, and he's dropped there. We'll call it the 11, picks up 3. Bob Noble on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Raiders, the Seahorse 11-yard line. Mark it at the left side hash mark.
2nd down and 7 for the Raiders.
Duval is out of the football game now. Daly is tight right. Ballard tight left. Wing left to Seth Bailey. Bailey's in motion left to right. The backs are split. And the handoff to Conway. Takes it right, then cuts it back inside. And he gets it to about the 8-yard line. Whitehouse on the tackle. Picked up about 3.
Well, initially, Conway wanted to go to the right side, try to get around the outside. Instead, he saw an opening right off the right guard and took it upfield for 3 yards.
It'll be 3rd down and close to 4 for the Raiders at the Burlington 8-yard line. Marking at the right side, hash mark Stempeck and Conway are the setbacks. Duval is a wing left, and he's in motion now left to right as Dwyer barks him out. Dwyer rolls right, shoots it to the end zone, and it is incomplete. He overthrew his intended receiver, Matt Daly, the tight end, toward the far corner of the end zone. So the Raiders will be faced with a 4th down and close to 4 at the Burlington 8-yard line.
Well, the reason that ball was thrown over the head of Daly, the intended receiver in the end zone, is that Dwyer was busy paying the piper in the form of Dennis Piper, number 39 for Burlington, who was all over Pat Dwyer as he threw that football. In fact, if Piper were not pressuring Dwyer in the backfield,
Jovan Feinberg
may have been a touchdown.
A wing right, Paller is tight right, wide left, Mayhew on 4th down, and reverse pitch to Feinberg, and buys Feinberg inside the 5, and he's in, touchdown. And we got a penalty marker down. It was the reverse to Feinberg, who was lined up as a wing back. Great faking in the backfield by Dwyer, and Feinberg took it in from 8 yards out, but we'll see what the penalty marker's all about here.
Holding.
It's holding against the Raiders. They'll wipe that one off the board.
There's that, if you're the Rutland coaching staff and the faithful, that's the one signal you did not want to see at this stage in the ball game. For the 2nd time this year, a holding penalty will wipe out a Rutland touchdown. It was the first game of the year that Dana Atwood's touchdown got wiped out because of a penalty at Hartford.
And that happened right around the 3-yard line because they're going to mark it at the 13, so it'll be 4th down and about 8 for the Raiders at the Burlington 13-yard line. The wingback reversed to Feinberg. He swept it left and crashed his way into the end zone, but is wiped off the board by the holding call against Rutland High, so the Raiders have to try it again here on 4th down. A couple of setbacks behind Pat Dwyer. Dwyer now looking to throw as he rolls right, looking, shoots it to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Mayhew couldn't hang on in the end zone, and the Seahorses turn the Raiders away. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Penalties, once again, continue to be the Achilles heel here of the Rutland offense. Had a touchdown wiped away, and I know the folks at Sensible Shoe are just, tying laces right now in the aisle because Feinberg is the son of Greg Feinberg, the owner, one of the owners from Sensible Shoe, and that touchdown wiped off due to the penalty, the holding penalty. One play later, Mayhew couldn't gather the pass in the end zone.
So it's 1st and 10, Burlington at the Burlington 13-yard line. Feinberg's 8-yard touchdown run apparently wiped off the board by the holding call, and the Raiders couldn't cash in. Noble on the pitch, fumbles, and then picks it up and gets hit all the way back to the 6-yard line. And it was Dana Atwood in there to make the hit. That lost 7. See where they mark it. They're going to mark it back at the 7-yard line, so it lost about 6, and it'll be 2nd down and 16 for the Seahorses at that point, their own 7. No score, minute 55 remaining first quarter here at Rutland's Alumni Field.
Well, the ball was bobbled by Noble on the pitch back, and he had to turn his back to the defender. When he turned and faced him, there was Dana Atwood with a big hit in the backfield.
Jay O'Brien is the quarterback. And O'Brien, now there's a scramble for the football. And let's see, it was recovered by Burlington, but it's a safety. The Seahorses went back into the end zone. I'm not sure if they fumbled or recovered their own fumble.
Well,
or
what happened was they went to a reverse. In fact, they pitched it back. The runner took off to the left side of the line of scrimmage. They tried to swing it back to the right. That's where the bobbling happened on the exchange. It was between the two running backs, I believe, where the fumble happened.
Yeah,
it bounced backwards into the end zone, and any way you look at it, points were going to be scored as a result. If Rutland catches it, it's a touchdown. If Burlington gets it, it's a safety. The latter happened, and Rutland goes on top 2-0.
2-0 on the safety. That was recovered by Burlington in the end zone. There was a scramble for the football, and it was tough to tell from here. Burlington pounced on it, but it is indeed a safety. Could have been anybody.
Well,
they don't get credit.
Number 56 for Burlington recovered it, but
that's points for the other side.
Yeah.
They're coming with 1 minute and 36 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
We don't have a 56 on the roster.
So it is 2-0. Rutland on the safety. They had the touchdown call back. Then on fourth down, they didn't cash in. And a couple of fumbles. Noble lost 6 or 7 yards on a fumble. He recovered it. And then the next play is Burlington trying to do some fancy stuff in the backfield. Fumbled into its own end zone. Burlington recovered for the safety. And you either get a free kick, you can punt from the 20-yard line, or you can kick off from the 20. And that's what Burlington's going to do. Mike Levin will kick off from the 20-yard line after the safety. The Raiders lead it 2-0. And here is the kick, and it will go down the middle on the ground, picked up at the Raider 45 by Shannon. Gets it inside the 45, 40 inside the 35, and down at the Burlington 33, but there are penalty markers all over the place. Angel Shannon, the sophomore, on the return. Carol Isham on the stop for Burlington. Now, the Raiders would have it at the Burlington 33, but let's see what the penalty marker's all about. Was it an inadvertent flag? It was an inadvertent flag.
Inadvertent, yeah. I heard someone up here in the press booth say he dropped his flag. That's a 15-yard drop right there. I don't think the wind is that strong. He threw the flag, but maybe decided to change his mind. The flag was thrown. It was not dropped. But nonetheless, no penalty on the play.
It is 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Burlington 33. The Raiders lead at 2-0 after the safety and got the football back again. So the Raiders, again, in excellent field position. Coming down on 1 minute left, first quarter. Stempeck and Conway are the setbacks. Split behind Dwyer. And Duval is in motion right to left. Inside handoff to Stempeck to the 30, to the 25, down at the 24-yard line as he took it against the grain. Carol Isham there on the stop for Burlington. Picked up 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Raiders. 2nd down and 2. About the 1-yard line or so.
I believe he's got the first down.
Picks up 5. That should be a first down, and the Raiders will have 4 cracks at it from the 1-yard line, 1st and goal. From what we could gather from Rick Fleming down below, then a 1-yard touchdown run of the quarterback keeper for Pat Dwyer. Try for the extra point, no good, and the Raiders lead it at 8-0 with 10:01 left here in the first half.
Well, so far tonight, both teams offensively have tried that reverse play. It worked real well for the Raiders when they tried it. In fact, Feinberg got credited for a touchdown that was wiped away as a result of the
and back to throw, and he's going to air it out long. He wants Seth Wilson, and Wilson can't handle it. Incomplete, down around the Raider 36-yard line. He almost came up with a great acrobatic catch. Billy Moran down to cover defensively for the Raiders. 2nd and 10, Burlington, the Seahorse 31-yard line.
Well, that ball was in the air for about 40 yards or more. In fact, Wilson made a great attempt as it was right below us here at the 35-yard line, and Wilson was outrunning one of the faster Rutland players there, and Billy Moran. They are tonight. You force Burlington into that situation, right into the strength of the Rutland defense.
Jesse Guma is in wide left, slot left Seth Wilson. Deep back is Noble, up back Kell out of the eye. Jay O'Brien, the junior quarterback, barks him out on 3rd down. Handoff to Noble straight ahead, across the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. Picks up 3, but it'll be shy of first down yardage. The Seahorses will have to boot the football away as they have it at their own 37. Jake Conway there on the tackle. It'll be 4th down and close to 3.
4th down and 3 for Burlington.
Back deep, Mike Stempeck and Billy Moran for the Raiders around the Raider 35. Jamie Brain back to punt for Burlington. Back around his own 25-yard line. Snap is a good one, and Breen gets the kick away. And this will hit inside the Raider 45, bounce straight up into the air and bounce out of bounds and across the way. And as a matter of fact, took a reverse bounce and bounced out of bounds at the Raider 47-yard line.
It was about to bounce out of bounds at around the 45 or 44, and the last bounce it took before it went out of bounds.
And only went about 16 yards.
Yeah, it was a Rutland bounce, and for the second time tonight, Rutland will get good field position as a result of the poor punt from Burlington. 1st and 10
for the Raiders, their own 47-yard line, going left to right here in the second quarter. The Raiders have an 8-0 lead. 7:59 left in the first half as Dupuis leads the club out of the huddle. He's over the football, wide left Mayhew. Couple of setbacks split behind Pat Dwyer. They get a wing right. Dwyer on the handoff now to Feinberg as he sweeps right to the 50. Feinberg inside the 45, down at the Burlington 43-yard line. A pickup of close to 10 for Jobin Feinberg. Piper on the tackle. It is a Raider first down. Jobin Feinberg, who was set up in the backfield along with Conway, swept right. He had that touchdown called back because of the penalty in the first quarter from 8 yards out. And this play similar to that, except that he was the first play was the wingback reverse. This one he was lined up in the backfield and went right, and the touchdown that was called back went left.
What a move by Feinberg at the 50, showcasing his speed and ability to get to the outside, picked up 10.
Hand off to Conway straight ahead, and Conway gets it to the 40 and then gets driven back. They'll give him a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Raiders. As there on the tackle was Dennis Piper. They're going to give him a couple to the 41. Raiders have it at the Burlington 41-yard line. 7:09 left first half. 8-0 Rutland. As Dave Pallard comes in along with Dana Atwood for Rutland High. Duval and Mayhew come trotting out of the football game. Pat Dwyer, the senior quarterback, 5'11", 165-pounder. Feinberg and Conway are the setbacks. Double tight end situation with Daly and Paller. Here's the pitch to Feinberg as he sweeps left, gets it to the 40, cuts it to the outside 35, and finally tackled right around the Burlington 30-yard line by Ronnie DeBose. And that picked up about 11 and a Raider first down.
Well, what we're seeing right now is Greg Feinberg putting on an exhibition as far as getting to the outside.
Well, Greg might be in the stands, but that was Jobin.
Jobin. Well, Greg's one of my sponsors. What can I say?
And we got timeout Burlington. Their first. It will be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Burlington 31-yard line. When we come back, timeout on the field. We'll be back after this 30-second break. 31, the Raiders lead at 8-0 with 6:37 left here in the first half at Alumni Field. Stempeck and Conway now the setbacks. Mayhew wide right, and Atwood, the wingback on the left side, is in motion left to right. As the handoff goes to Conway, straight ahead to the 25. Conway is still on his feet and driven back after he reached the Burlington 23. A pickup of about 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Raiders. At the Burlington 23, Ronnie DuBose on the tackle. At the end of the game, a J.P. Carrera & Sons Most Valuable Player, the Raider MVP, will get all the souvenirs from J.P. Carrera & Sons. And the Pasquale's 12th Player Unsung Hero Award winner will receive from Pasquale's, the Raiders sub, a bag of chips, a Snapple beverage, and a Snapple sports bottle.
Well, so far offensively for the Raiders, they're using Stempeck and Conway to go right at the heart of that Burlington defense, and on occasion using Jobin Feinberg to get to the outside.
Raiders operate out of the eye on a 2nd down as in motion right to left, Seth Bailey. Here's the pitch to Stempeck. Sweeps left, turns the corner at the 20, and bounced out of bounds right around the Burlington 17-yard line. Pickup of 6. That is a Raider first down. They pick up another, and Ronnie DeBose again on the tackle for the Seahorses.
I tell you, you may see it on when you see this game on Channel 15. On that play right there, Jake Conway did not have the football, but he did have the best block of the night to this point. Completely upended the would-be Burlington defender with a nice block around the left side, and that freed Stempeck to get around the outside and pick up 6 more yards for the Raiders.
Going to mark it at the Burlington 18. 1st and 10, Rutland High. Conway the up back, Stempeck the deep back out of the eye. Couple of men wide left for Pat Dwyer and company. And one of them is in motion, Seth Bailey, left to right. Inside handoff to Conway, and he's tripped up at about the 16. Picks up a couple. Clock running with 5:33 left in the first half. It is 8-0 Raiders. Whitehouse on the tackle. I wonder if he's any relation to Lenny Whitehouse. I would assume he is. Lenny Whitehouse, who used to be a pitcher from Burlington High, who pitched in the major leagues for the Minnesota Twins.
Second down and 7 for the Raiders.
If he is, it certainly is a celebrity-related filled roster.
I would say it's probably his brother. I don't believe it would be his son.
You know, Ronte Dubose is a cousin of Demetrius Dubose, who played football for Notre Dame.
Going to mark it at the Burlington 16, 2nd and 8 for the Raiders as Dwyer barks them out. Seth Bailey again in motion left to right. Dwyer on the handoff to Stempeck straight ahead. And Stempeck gets his way inside the 15 to about the 13, maybe the 12. David Brace there on the tackle for Burlington. It will be 3rd down, and coming up for the Raiders, 3rd down and close to 2 at the Burlington 12-yard line. Left side hash mark as Duval is in for Seth Bailey. Dupuis leads him out of the huddle. Leads the club out. He's over the football. Daly tight left. Wide right as Aaron Bailey is also in now. And here's the wingback reverse to Stempeck as he sweeps left toward the far sideline, then tries to turn the corner, did inside the 10, bounced out of bounds around the 7. Let's see where they mark the football. It picked up 5 yards, and that is a 1st down. They're going to mark it at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal. Raiders picked up 6. Raiders have it at the Burlington 6.
Well, the drive continues, and I tell you, if you're going to be running the football, 2 people you want in front of you are Buda Bear Jicklian and Marty Corcel, and those are the 2 blockers that got to the far side of the football field around the left side for Rutland and just acted as a red wall for Stempeck as he picked up additional yardage there. 5, we'll call it on that play, and another 1st down for the Raiders.
Daly is wide left. Paller is tight right. Conway and Stempeck in the backfield behind Pat Dwyer. Duval is wide right, and the handoff goes straight ahead to Conway, and he cracks his way for 3. 2 about the 3. Brace on the tackle. 2nd and goal, Raiders, the Burlington 3. The Raiders already late it in this one. 8-0, looking for more. Coming down on 3:20 left in the first half.
Well, they're doing everything they need to do offensively. This will be the 10th play of the drive. The drive started at the 7:59 mark. We're now approaching the 3-minute mark here in the first half. They started at their own 47, so a lot of things that they're doing tonight are very positive offensively, and again, they're deep inside Burlington territory.
Going to mark it between the 3 and the 4-yard lines. We'll call it the 4. 2nd and goal, Raiders, the Seahorse 4-yard line as Dwyer barks him out. And the handoff to Stempeck straight ahead, puts his head down, he's in, touchdown! 4-yard touchdown run for Mike Stempeck. It's Rutland 14, Burlington nothing. That coming with 2:52 left in the first half.
10 plays, 53 yards on the drive, and a lot of time taken off the clock. It's exactly what Rutland needed to do. It was all ball control, 10 plays, all of them running the football. Give a lot of credit to setting that drive up to Job and don't call me Greg Feinberg. 2 of the first 3 plays from scrimmage on that drive were Feinberg. In fact, the first play was 10 yards Feinberg. The 3rd play was 11 yards Feinberg. So Job and Feinberg's ability to run the football around left and right sides has certainly softened up that Burlington defense. And 8 plays after he touched the football, Rutland goes in for their 2nd touchdown of the evening.
And let's see, they are going to go for 2 here. Stempeck and Conway split behind Dwyer. And now we have a penalty marker down for too much time. Delay of game. See if they, now they're going to mark it back to the 8-yard line. See if they change their minds and go for the kick. Currently not.
Well, regardless of what happens here, it is a 2-touchdown lead now for Rutland, 14-0. A lot of strange way of point scoring here tonight. 1 safety, a touchdown, missed extra point, the 2nd touchdown, and the 2-point conversion to follow.
So they'll try the 2 points from the 8-yard line. Backs are split. Dwyer rolls left, throws toward the end zone, and it is complete for the 2 points.
Duval.
Joe Duval. So Pat Dwyer found Duval for sideline in the end zone, so the 2-point pass play is good. 16-0 Raiders, 2:52 left first half. Back with a kickoff after this 32nd time. Raiders now have the 16-0 lead with 2:52 remaining here in the first half at Rutland's Alumni Field.
I think stunned is an understatement here on the Burlington sideline. Coming off the upset win over the Mounties last Saturday at home, their homecoming, just beaming with confidence tonight coming into Alumni Field, and really
have got nothing
after
together.
Be taken. If he didn't make that tackle, it was 6 points the other way for Burlington. Made the solo tackle.
34-yard return by Echo. 1st and 10 Seahorses, the Raider 44. Here's the quick out pass play from O'Brien to Wilson, complete, and he gets it inside the Raider 40 and dropped at the 39 by Mike Stempeck. The quick hitch, the quick out from Jay O'Brien to Seth Wilson. That picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Well, they're going to mark it. They're going to say that he was down at the 41. He went out of bounds at the 41. So it picked up only 3 when it was all said and done. 2nd and 7 for the Seahorses at the Raider 41-yard line. Clock stops with 2:24 left in the first half. Seth Wilson wide left now. Guma's wide right. Jay O'Brien, the junior quarterback, looking to throw, pumps once, being pressured, shoots it down the middle, and it is incomplete, intended for Guma, knocked away by Stempeck on a great defensive play. Guma down around the 3-yard line.
Well, Guma was the receiver in mind for O'Brien that whole time. They brought Wilson to the near sideline wide, and he was the fake, the setup receiver, almost the go in that particular situation, the decoy, because O'Brien threw a pump fake to Wilson, and Buda Barajiklian bought it. He just left his feet. That allowed O'Brien to step up into the pocket and throw the deep pass where Stempeck was waiting in the end zone to knock it away.
3rd and 7, Burlington, the Raider 41. O'Brien, play action. Drops it back, tosses it out, incomplete. Wanted Noble, and Noble couldn't hang on. A little screen pass. Noble coming out of the backfield and just couldn't hang on to the football around the Raider 35. So it's 4th and 7 for the Seahorses at the Raider 41. Clock stops with 2:12 left in the first half, and Rutland with the 16-0 lead.
Well, that probably wouldn't have gotten first down yardage. It was at the 35, and right on his back was number 23 wearing the red and white, Jake Conway, just waiting for that pass to be completed.
Olsen is wide right and 10 at the Burlington 46-yard line with 2:03 remaining in the first half, and the Raiders again have excellent field position. Or are they going to call it incomplete now? They're going to bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Are they going to say that was incomplete? The Raiders are going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 41.
Whoa, what a break for Burlington.
Well, that lost, 5-10. That lost about 15 yards. They're going to say it was incomplete, apparently.
Well, Barajiklian was all set to get credit for the sack as he made the shoestring tackle on O'Brien. One play after O'Brien faked Barajiklian out of his pants. He put his pants back on. The next play later, he got credit for the sack. From our vantage point, it looked like a sack.
We have a referee up here. Steve Merrow's up here. Is that what they called it? Incomplete, huh? Had to be.
Well, Steve just confirming what we knew, I guess. Incomplete pass.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. They have it at their own 41. They do take over on downs. Backs are split behind Pat Dwyer as he barks him out. Dana Atwood in motion, right to left. Dwyer now on the handoff to Conway. Took it up straight ahead and then had to string it out toward the outside left, and he lost a couple back to the 39. Carroll Isham on the tackle. 2nd and 12 for the Raiders, their own 39-yard line. Clock running with 1:46 remaining in the first half. The Raiders with a 16-0 lead.
Well, Conway wanted to get to the left side on that play, but Carroll Isham from the defensive end position just tailed the play out to the far sideline, wrapped up Conway, and waited for help from his friends, because as we've said it all year long, you're not going to tackle Conway by yourself. There was a couple of Seahorses involved in that tackle, but it was Isham leading the charge.
Duval and also Stempeck and Mayhew trips right for the Raiders. And a lone setback behind Pat Dwyer. 2nd and 12 for the Raiders, their own 39-yard line. Pat back to throw, being pressured, throws it up for grabs, and it's incomplete, intended for Duval. Mayhew was there as well. Around the 50, it was knocked down by Jay O'Brien. Langston Craig was over there as well.
Dangerously close to being incomplete or intercepted, as both Craig and O'Brien went up for it, and it looked as though O'Brien wanted to deflect it and Craig wanted to intercept it, so those two defensive players for Burlington not on the same page, and it cost them what could have been and should have been an interception.
3rd and 12 for the Raiders, their own 39-yard line. Mayhew and Duval and Stempeck trips right, and Conway is the lone setback. 3rd down play for Pat Dwyer and company as he barks him out. Pat on the draw play to Conway straight ahead and skips across the 40 out to about the 43. Picks up 4, dropped there by Dennis Piper, and we got a timeout, Burlington. Burlington calls for its second timeout with 1:02 left here in the first half. A 4th down play would be coming up for the Raiders. 4th down and about 6. Timeout on the field. We'll be back after this 30-second break. That's where they mark the football. 4th down and close to 7. Aaron Carbonneau back to boot for the Raiders around his own 33 with 1:02 left in the first half. And the Raiders have an 8-0 lead. Ryan Echo and Seth Wilson back deep for the Seahorses back around the Burlington 27-yard line. And I believe a Raider jumped.
Well, Dubose on the defense for Burlington crossed the line of scrimmage early, but that pulled, I think it was number 31, John Haynes, out of his stance.
Yeah, so they'll mark it back to the 38-yard line.
But number 1, Ronte Dubose, is the one that jumped the line of scrimmage first, and Haynes is assigned to blocking him from his left tackle position, or right tackle, and he just moved a little bit too early, and the official threw the hanky at him.
So procedure against the Raiders, and Aaron Carbonneau will try again around his own 28-yard line. Again, Echo and Seth Wilson back deep. Snap is a good one, and Carbonneau gets the boot away. It will hit inside.
True to form here in the first half for the Raiders. The big surprise is Rutland offensively is moving the football and, more importantly, wiping away the concerns that they've had to this point in the season, how they perform inside the opponent's 20-yard line. They're doing very well at that aspect here tonight.
Dumont and also Seth Wilson wide left. O'Brien now. Inside handoff to Kell, and Kell bouncing a couple of people and gets a couple of tough yards to about the 35. And Mike Stempeck there on the stop. Will Kell on the carry. Back, throws toward the near sideline, complete to Guma, up around the Burlington 47-yard line. He got bounced out of bounds by Dana Atwood. It picks up right, looking to throw. O'Brien throws down the middle, and it is intercepted by Haynes at the 25, 30, 35. Haynes still on his feet, 40, 45, 50, down the sideline. Play to that. That's a rematch, number 2 of the state championship game from a year ago.
Oh, the refrigerator bowl. Remember that?
Yeah, Montpelier, of course, defeated good crowd across the way, some people up on the banks. Always good crowds here on Friday nights. Here's the Conway boot, line drive down the middle, and a couple of hops inside the 15, picked up at the 13 by Noble. Straight ahead, out across the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Noble to the 45, inside the 35, and finally caught from behind at the 30-yard line by Chris Healey.
It was the Comet, the one player that could have saved a touchdown for Rutland, got it done. The Comet Healey, Chris the Comet, chasing down Noble from behind, and I tell you, that's quite...
53-yard return on the second half kickoff by Bob Noble, and the Seahorses have an excellent field position, 1st and 10 at the Raider 30. So we talked about how the Raiders had thwarted Noble, and they have from the line of scrimmage, but Noble returning that kickoff for good yardage. Handoff to Kell, straight ahead, and he gets a couple down to about the 27. Greg Viragiclian on the tackle.
Getting back to that tackle made by Healey a moment ago on the opening kickoff here in the second half. Noble, semi-decent speed.
There's a penalty marker down, by the way.
It's against Burlington. Noble not overly fast, but size in the favor of Healey that time, and he just kept ball pursuit and chased down Noble from behind. So nice job of staying persistent by Chris Healey.
And I believe it was a holding call. Yes, a 10-yard penalty against Burlington, so they'll have it 1st and 20 at the Raider 37-yard line. Let's see, it is from the point of infraction. They have to get down to the 20-yard line. It's more like 1st and 17. 1st and 17 for the Seahorses at the Raider 37-yard line. Bruce Wilson is in. He's a wing right. Lone setback. Play action. O'Brien back to throw. Shoots it down the middle. Incomplete. He threw it behind Noble. Down around the Raider 35-yard line. Bruce Wilson was down there, and so was the tight end Dennis Piper, but that was well covered for the Raiders. It'll be 2nd and 17 for the Seahorses at the Raider 37. Great return of the second half kickoff by Noble, and then a holding called against Burlington. Early going third quarter, the Raiders have a 16-0 lead.
Well, actually, that ball was thrown between Atwood and Conway, and they looked at each other like, was he throwing it to me? And it went incomplete.
Jesse Guma and Seth Wilson are wide left. Here's the pitch to Noble, double reverse to Wilson, and he's going to lose yardage all the way back to the 47. Greg Barajiklian there on the tackle, and also Joe McGarry. Lost yardage back to the 46. It lost 9. It'll be 3rd and 26 for the Seahorses at the Raider 46.
I tell you, fooled nobody, and especially Barajiklian and McGarry, as they were in the backfield combining on the tackle. It was the reverse, the third one we've seen in this football game tonight. One, and it has done nothing for Burlington. The first time they tried it, they fumbled it in their end zone for the safety.
Dumont is wide left, and a wing left now is Seth Wilson as the Seahorses operate out of the eye. Junior quarterback Jay O'Brien, wing back reverse to Wilson. Wilson breaking tackles, 45, cuts it inside at the 40, and then he is tackled at the Raider 37-yard line by Mike Stempeck. It picks up 9, but it'll be 4th and long for the Seahorses.
Wilson, a shifty runner. He's probably the best athlete on this Burlington team. Got good yardage, but well short, thanks in part to the holding penalty on the first play from scrimmage here in the second half. And then on the third play, after the second play being an incomplete pass, the third play, McGarry and Barajiklian throwing a 9-yard loss, and then a tackle by Stempeck.
4th and 17 for the Seahorses, the Raider 37. Jamie Breen back to boot, and he gets the boot away. And this will hit inside the Raider 20 and bounce inside the 15 and roll inside the 10, blown dead at the 9. But we have penalty markers down.
It's a personal foul against, an ejection.
Personal foul against the Seahorses.
It is a personal foul against Burlington.
The official gave this indication here.
It was a punch. It was a punch.
A punch?
He's ejected.
Someone will be ejected for Burlington.
And which player was it?
Looks like number 49's coming out.
Well,
that's a big blow for Burlington if it is.
24.
Number
24.
Number 24 down here on the bench below us, Lee Chamberlain.
All right.
He's done for the evening. He's got his jersey off. They're still conferring at the Rutland 35, the officials, as well as Pat Dwyer, the quarterback for Rutland. So,
well, that would be a re-kick, right? Or is that after the play?
Live or dead?
Well, we actually have our star witness in the booth. No, it's not.
Foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, and Lee Chamberlain has been thrown out of the game for Burlington, and they'll have to reboot this. And after the big penalty, Burlington will have it way back at its own 47. Now, remember, after the boot, the Raiders would have had it at their own 9-yard line.
So that really benefits Rutland in several ways. The field position backed them up to their own 9, and now as a result, they get a re-kick, a chance to get better field position than that. And Chamberlain, the player for Burlington, is done for the evening.
Moran and also Stempeck back deep for the Raiders around the Raider 23. Breen at his own 35 to boot it away. Kick is the snap a good one, and the kick not bad either. It'll bounce outside the 30 and get a Burlington bounce inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So the Raiders will go on the offense 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They get their hands on the football for the first time in the second half. The Raiders lead it 16-0.
Well, Burlington loses a player, and Rutland gains 19 yards in field position after that penalty. Now Rutland gets their first offensive opportunity here in the second half.
Not quite as good as I thought originally. Only went about 23 yards. Thought it was going to get a little bit more of a roll than that. 1st and 10 for Pat Dwyer and company.
But he's played a very effective game defensively for Burlington, involved in several tackles.
Ballard trots out of the football game. Daly is tied left. Duval a wing left. Raiders have a couple of setbacks behind Dwyer. Has gone all the way at quarterback. Handoff to Stempeck. Sweeps left. Tries to turn the corner and manages to do it for a couple of yards out to the 35. 35, and again, Noble on the tackle. So it picks up 2. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Raiders, their own 35-yard line, just across the 35.
And here's a name we've mentioned on several occasions tonight, Jack, doing a job blocking to the near sideline. Marty Corsell, number 62, out leading the charge for Rutland through one block. That any yardage Stempeck got on that was a result of the blocking by Corsell to the near side.
They're going to mark it just shy of the 35. We'll call it the 34. 3rd and 3 for the Raiders at that point. The Raiders lead at 16-0. 7:57 left in the 3rd quarter here at Alumni Field. Pat Dwyer rolls right, looking to throw. Pat looking, shoots it down the middle, and he overthrows Conway, intercepted by Echo inside the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20 to the 15, and Echo finally bounced out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Well, the pass was tipped initially by Dennis Piper. It was intended for Conway. Piper tipped it, and that allowed the ball to be over the outstretched fingertips of Conway right into the hands of Echo. Right into the hands of Echo. There I go, doing it twice again, as Echo, with a big defensive play here for Burlington, puts the ball deep into Rutland territory.
Unofficially returned at about 40 yards. Ryan Echo on the interception. Will be 1st and goal for the Seahorses just outside the Raider 5-yard line. We'll call it the 6. So Burlington looking to get right back into this football game after the interception by Echo. O'Brien on the handoff to Kell straight ahead. Squeezes his way for a couple to about the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. Seahorses at the Raider 4.
Picked up 1 on the play around the left side. Getting back to that big defensive play by Burlington, Kell was the one about 3 yards downfield that just reached up, it was Piper, reached up and deflected the ball into the air and went over the head of Conway right into the hands of Echo, and as a result, Burlington knocking at the Rutland door.
Kell the up back, Noble the deep back, and the handoff to Kell straight ahead, and nothing there. He ran into a brick wall. All the Raider red there on the stop.
Appropriately, the color of red being brick, and that's what Burlington's run into all evening long. And I tell you, they're knocking at the Rutland door, and so far tonight, Rutland refuses to answer and let them in.
3rd and goal, Seahorses, the Raider 4. 6:27 left 3rd quarter. The Raiders have a 16-0 lead. Jay O'Brien's gone all the way at quarterback for Burlington. Guma wide left, Seth Wilson is wide right. Backs are split with Noble and Kell. Play action, O'Brien rolls right, cuts it back against the grain, then fires, complete to Seth Wilson, and he backs his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Seth Wilson on the catch, and he backed his way into the end zone. A 4-yard touchdown pass by Jay O'Brien to Seth Wilson, and Burlington is on the board. The Raiders lead at 16-6, and that was quite an athletic effort by both O'Brien and Wilson. O'Brien rolled right, then I thought he was going to run, and he cut it back inside to the line of scrimmage, and then found Wilson, and Wilson grabbed it about the 1 or 2 yard line and backed his way into the end zone, and the Seahorses are on the board, and they're going to go for 2 here.
And O'Brien was on his horse that time, scrambling to the near side, threw some fakes, threw it into the end zone for the touchdown.
O'Brien, quick drop, throws it to the end zone, and it goes incomplete as the pass was intended for Guma, and there to cover him defensively. Tough to tell from here as he's...
Might have been Haynes. I think it was Haynes.
Might have been Haynes,
31.
yeah. So the try for the extra points, no good. 6:08 left 3rd quarter, our score. Rutland 16, Burlington 6. Back with a kickoff after this 32nd timeout. Yard touchdown pass from O'Brien to Wilson. Pass failed on the extra point. 16-6. Rutland as... Here's Mike Levin with the kick, and it will go along the ground, goes by a man at the 25, picked up at the 20 by Conway or by Atwood, and gets it out to about the 30, and gets hammered there. And Justin Whitehouse, who's been on a whole bunch of tackles, the Seahorses makes the tackle there. They're going to mark it at the 29.
You know, you're talking about that touchdown play from O'Brien to Wilson. Those are the 2 most athletic people on this Burlington roster, and it was O'Brien scrambling, was forced to the near side. It was in the passing position, which brought the Rutland defenders to bring their hands up in the air. When he tucked the ball away, they lowered their hands. He quickly turned back, fired the football to the 1 yard line where Wilson backed it in for the touchdown.
1st and 10 Raiders, the Raider 29-yard line. Pat Dwyer and company as Pat barks him out. He's got Duval in motion left to right. The Raiders operate out of the eye. And And the deep handoff goes to Stempeck straight ahead. Scoots across the 30 out to the 33. Mike Corkum there to wrap him up for Burlington. Picks up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, now Rutland certainly, they've been in the driver's seat all evening long, and now with their offense doing what they've done to this point, running the ball effectively, it's going to really put the burden on the Burlington defense. Rutland is capable of coming up with a time-consuming drive here, may force Burlington to use some timeouts.
Raiders have it 2nd down. They mark it at the Raider 34-yard line. Aaron Bailey is wide left now. Duval in motion right to left as Dwyer marks him out. Dwyer on the handoff to the up man. Conway straight ahead out across the 40 and cracks his way out to the 44. Picks up 10. Brace on the tackle. It is a Raider first down.
Well, Conway picked up 10. 7 of those yards were with 3 Burlington defenders on his back. And we've touched on it all season long, Jack, the ability of Jake Conway to get additional yardage after the contact. And he did it on that play, picked up another first down for the Rutland Raiders.
Mayhew is in. He's wide right. He's in for Aaron Bailey. Pallard tight left and Daly tight right. Duval a wing left as the Raiders operate out of the I, 1st and 10. Their own 44-yard line. Duval in motion. Hand off to Stempeck straight ahead, and he cracks his way out across the 45 to about the 47. Pick up a 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Whitehouse on the tackle. 4:27 left, 3rd quarter. It is Rutland 16, Burlington 6 here at Alumni Field.
Well, the clock continues to run, and that's going to be important. We're winding down time here, approaching the 4-minute mark in the 3rd quarter, but with Rutland holding on to the football, they're just about to midfield, maybe 3 yards shy of that. They can just continue to have that clock be their ally here tonight and work against Burlington.
Jobin Feinberg is in now. Stempeck gets a breather. Feinberg along with Conway behind Dwyer. Duval in motion right to left on 2nd down. And the handoff to Conway to the 50, to the Burlington 45, to the Burlington 43-yard line before he's dropped. A pickup of 10 for Conway. Jay O'Brien on the tackle. So Jake Conway with a 2nd straight 10-yard pickup gives the Raiders another first down. They have it 1st and 10 at the Burlington 43-yard line.
How many times have we seen this season for Rutland offensively? Stempeck and then Conway. Stempeck and then Conway.
And Stempeck is back in for Jobin Feinberg.
Exactly. The 2 big running backs for Rutland in the backfield. Be nice here if they continue this for a few more plays. Throw Feinberg in and let him dance to the outside for a big gain.
Conway the up back and Stempeck the deep back. They're split. Out of the I. Duval is in motion left to right. The ends are tight. Wire on 1st down. Deep handoff to Stempeck. Tucks it off the left side to the 40 to the 35 down at the 33. And that is awfully close to a 10-yard pickup for Stempeck. Ronnie DeBose on the tackle is awfully close to first down yardage. It'll be 2nd down and less than a yard. Well, close enough for a measurement. Raiders have it at the Burlington 33.
While they're doing that, Stempeck got enough yardage, as we see here now, to warrant them bringing out the chains for a measurement.
Well, you called it Conway for 10, Conway for 10, Stempeck for 10.
And let's keep that name combination going, because the person doing the lead blocking on that last run for Stempeck was none other than Jay Conway. And he cleared out 2 Burlington defenders at the left side of the line of scrimmage, and Stempeck just skipped right through the hole and picked up close to a first down. He's maybe 4 inches shy of that. But when Conway is not running the football, he's equally as dangerous blocking in the backfield, a la Daryl Johnston for the Cowboys.
2nd and inches for the Raiders at the Burlington 33-yard line. Chris Dupuis is the center, 5'10", 175-pound sophomore. He'll be leading the club out of the huddle as Dana Atwood comes trotting into the football game for Joe Duval for the Raiders.
Rutland better be careful here. They could be in jeopardy of having the play clock wind down on them.
Daly tight on the right. Pallard tight left, wing left is Atwood. And he's in motion left to right as Dwyer barks him out. The backs are split. Hand off to Conway, and Conway cracks his way up the middle inside the 30 to the 27. First down and more for the Raiders. He picks up 6, 1st and 10.
And Coach Cepatelli is livid on the Burlington sideline. When Atwood went in motion, he turned upfield to his left 1 second before the ball was snapped. And Cepatelli was so mad he ripped off his headset and threw it to the ground. The coach for Burlington screaming at the official right in front of him, and justifiably so, as Atwood was headed upfield before the ball was snapped.
1st and 10 Raiders, the Burlington 27. The Raiders have a 16-6 lead. 2:18 left, third quarter. In motion, Duval. Handoff to Stempek, straight ahead. Fumbles the football, picked up by Conway. And Conway takes it inside the 25 to the 22. And that picked up 5. Bob Noble on the tackle. The fumble was picked up by Conway. And he turned it into a 5-yard pickup.
Well, when things are going your way, those are the type of breaks that you get. The ball was laid on the ground, and there was Conway, who's been all over the field for Rutland offensively and defensively. And fortunately for Rutland, he was at that spot on the field, picked up the football and gained 5.
2nd and 5 Raiders. They mark it at the Burlington 23. Feinberg back in, a wing left. And it's the wing back reverse to Jobin Feinberg as he sweeps right against the grain to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Look at him go! 5, and he pulls his way to about the goal line before he's dropped. What a run for Jobin Feinberg, a 22-yard pickup. It's 1st and goal. Rutland High at the Burlington 1. Whoa, man, did he get to that point in a hurry and almost backed his way into the end zone.
My goodness. He was initially set up to get to the outside, saw a hole back to the center of the field, to the left side of his right tackle, and my goodness, he hit the hole like a bullet. Oh, he's going to come out of the game now. I'd like to see him stay in there and get credit for the touchdown as he was stopped at the 1-yard line. But for the second time tonight, Jobin Feinberg just hitting the hole in a hurry for Rutland.
1st and goal, Raiders, the Burlington 1. Dwyer rolls left. Dwyer throws to the end zone. It's incomplete. He overthrows Matt Daly near corner of the end zone, near the goal line. We got a penalty marker down, and this might be against Burlington. And it would be half the distance to the goal line. They'll move it about 3 inches.
Roughing the passer. Yep.
It's half the distance to the goal line. They'll move it from a yard out to about 6 inches out.
Well, number 74, Francis Chanel. No, he's not number 5. He's number 74. Chanel, number 74, maybe a new fragrance. Nonetheless, he was draped all over Dwyer as he threw the football. And after the football was thrown towards the end zone, Chanel just planted Dwyer to the turf. And that drew the flag from the officiating staff, and the drive continuing on now for Rutland.
1st and goal from the Burlington 1. For statistical purposes, still at the 1-yard line. Conway and Stempek are the setbacks behind Pat Dwyer. Pat barks him out. Dwyer the handoff to Conway, takes it right. He's in. Touchdown.
Untouched.
1-yard touchdown run for Jake Conway, and the Raiders have opened up a 22-6 lead with 59 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Just about 5 minutes off the clock. A very impressive 10-play drive for Rutland that began at their own 29-yard line. And you think back, the big play of that drive was the 22-yard run that got them right to the Burlington doorstep. Number 24 for Rutland, Jobin Feinberg, got on his horse, and it's a quick one, folks. Got to the 1-yard line. 2 plays later, touchdown Rutland.
Conway in to attempt the extra point. Carbonneau is the holder. Snap a good one. They put it down. Conway's kick is up, and it is good. So Conway gets the 1-yard touchdown and the extra point with 59 seconds remaining third quarter. Our score now, Rutland 23, Burlington 6. Back with a kickoff after this 30-second break. Dwyer, Mike Stempek, and Jake Conway, and plus getting a safety.
I tell you, I got Feinberg's name wrong earlier, but he's been all right from that point on for the Raiders running the football.
DuBose and Noble back deep to receive the Conway boot, and Conway's line drive boot is knocked down by a man Echo at the 22, across the 25, across the 30, and it gets it to about the 33. Aaron Bailey there on the tackle for Rutland High. So Burlington will have it 1st and 10 at its own 34. They mark the football at the left side hash mark.
Well, what we're seeing here, running the football for Rutland, they're on defense now, but offensively, when they're running the football, going right at the gut of the Burlington defense with the 2 big backs, Stempek and Conway, frees things up for the speedster, Feinberg, to get to the outside. It's been effective.
Kuma and Seth Wilson wide left, and the handoff goes straight ahead to Noble, and he cracks his way to about the 40, a pickup of 6. And Seth Bailey on the tackle. It was Aaron before, twin brother Seth this time. Burlington will have it 2nd and 4 at its own 40. 25 seconds left in the third quarter.
Long way to go now for Burlington against this very tough Rutland defense.
Olsen and Dumont are wide right. Seahorses operate out of the eye. O'Brien on the handoff to Noble. Scoots it ahead for a couple straight ahead. McGarry on the tackle, Joe McGarry. And it will be third down, and that's the end of the third quarter. Third down and a long two for the Seahorses, their own 42. That's the end of the third quarter from Rutland's Alumni Field. After 3, our score, Rutland 23, Burlington 6. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this 30-second timeout. Burlington has it third down and a long two at its own 42-yard line, going right to left here in the fourth quarter. Rutland going left to right.
Coaching staff from MSJ down in front of us. Tony Zingali with the headset on. Of course, I said that hoping he'd turn around and look at us, but didn't. Maybe he's listening to the closing arguments in the OJ trial. I don't know. What's Marsha up to these days, Tony?
Could be. Dumont is wide right. Seth Wilson is a slot right as Burlington operates out of the eye. Jay O'Brien, the junior, has gone all the way at quarterback. Bryant on third down, handoff to Noble, and he was hit initially at the line of scrimmage and then pushed his way to the right for a yard, maybe two. It looks to be shy of first down yardage. He needed a long two. Going to mark it at the 43. A bunch of Raiders there to drop him. Fourth down, about one for the Seahorses at their own 43-yard line.
Big play here for Burlington. If they fall short of the first down, Rutland's going to get the ball in excellent field position. Already on top, 23-6, so a big play here for the Seahorses.
Jesse Guma wide left. Seth Wilson is wide right. They'll go for it on fourth down. Noble on the call, straight ahead, first down and more. Gets 7 out close to the 50-yard line. First and 10, Burlington at the 50 as they went for it on fourth down. They had to. Atwood on the tackle.
That's the first time.
Just shy of the 50.
Maybe not the first time, but it hasn't been on a lot of times here tonight that Noble has had breathing room to run the football. Picked up 7 on that play, but still, after what happened last week, the job we saw Noble do last week at home, he certainly has been bottled up here this evening.
Guma wide left. Echo is wide right. The backs are split behind the junior quarterback, Jay O'Brien. He's gone all the way. O'Brien play action, drops back to throw, being chased, flushed out of the pocket, throws right sideline, and it is a catch. Coming back to make the catch.
Piper.
Was Piper, the tight end, Dennis Piper, inside the 40, down at the Raider 38-yard line, picks up 12, and that is a Burlington first down.
And again, it's O'Brien's athleticism scrambling out of the pocket. He was being pressured by Barajiklian and a host of other defenders on the line of scrimmage for Rutland. Rolled to his right, looked downfield, and picked up the first down with a completion to Piper.
They mark it at the right side hash mark. Noble is the deep back, Kell the up back out of the eye. Seth Wilson will be a wing on the left. They got a man wide right. It is Guma. And the wing back reverse to Wilson. Cuts it inside at the 35. Stutter steps, and a nice carry by Seth Wilson down at the Raider 31-yard line. Ken Kuchar there on the tackle, and also Dana Atwood. Picks up close to 8. It'll be second down along 2 for the Seahorses at the Raider 31. 10 minutes left in the ball game. The Raiders have a 23-6 lead.
I have a suspicion that someone's name we haven't called to this point, Bill the drill sergeant, is going to make his name known on this drive. He's been too good a defensive player here this season for Rutland to go unmentioned.
Ruben Wilson wide left, play action. O'Brien rolls left, being chased by Barajiklian, throws it out, and it is incomplete. Wanted his fullback, Will Kell, around the 34, couldn't hang on. Kuchar was covering Kell coming out of the backfield. Barajiklian and Healey were putting the pressure on O'Brien. It'll be third down, close to 2 for the Seahorses at the Raider 31-yard line.
And again, Barajiklian applying the pressure for the most part, had some assistance from the Comet Healey, but Barajiklian has been causing havoc the entire evening for O'Brien. Anytime he fades back to pass, he's looking through that big red wall with the white numbers 54 on it, that being representative of Greg Buda Barajiklian.
Right side hash mark. Evan Alvanos is the center. He leads the club out of the huddle. Wilson wide right. Guma wide left. Wing right is Kell. Noble the lone setback. O'Brien throws down the middle. Nobody there. It goes incomplete. Healey was putting on a lot of pressure. It'll be 4th down and 2 for the Seahorses, the Raider 31. Previous 4th down play, Burlington picked up the first down on the carry by Noble. 9:34 left in the game, and Rutland has a 23-6 lead.
And again, the Rutland defensive unit continues to come up with play after play when they need it. That time it was Healey. The time before it was Barajeklian causing the pressure to O'Brien. Healey forced him to throw the ball, nearly intercepted by Haynes.
Dumont is wide right. Slot right is Wilson as the Seahorses back in the eye. And the Raiders have jumped offside. This will give Burlington a first down at the Raider 26-yard line, so they didn't have to run a play.
Well, trying to time the snap from the quarterback O'Brien. It might have been number 33, one of the linebackers, Ken Kuchar, who just got into that neutral zone. It will be a first down for Burlington. 1st and 10 for the Seahorses, the Raider 26-yard line. Kell the up back, the deep back is Noble. Couple of men wide right for Jay O'Brien. O'Brien on the handoff to Noble, and nothing there. Maybe lost a yard. Greg Barajeklian there to wrap him up. Lost a yard back to the 27. It's 2nd and 11 for the Seahorses at the Raider 27-yard line. Clock running, 9:15 left in the game, and Rutland has a 23-6 lead as Dumont is out and Guma back in for Burlington. Wide right, Seth Wilson. Wide left, Guma. Dennis Piper is the end tight on the right. O'Brien back to throw. O'Brien looking. Shoots it down the middle. It's incomplete. He overthrows Guma around the Raider 10. And Guma fell down, so he couldn't complete the route. There is a penalty on the play.
And this is roughing the passer, too, I think. Is it not?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, they rough, of course, earlier Burlington called for roughing the passer when the Raiders had it at the 1. And this is roughing the passer. This should be half the distance to the goal line. Is that a 15-yard penalty? I assume it is. And that'd be half the distance to the goal line. So Burlington would have it 1st and goal right around the Raider 13-yard line. And they do. 1st and goal, Burlington at the Rutland 13. 8:51 left in the ball game. 23-6. The Raiders have the lead. Wide left, Dumont. Tight right, Piper. Wide right is Seth Wilson. Jay O'Brien, a 6-foot, 160-pound junior quarterback. Kell is the up back, and Noble the deep back out of the eye. And the inside handoff to Kell as he is finally brought down after he picks up a couple to about the 10.
Kell on the carry.
Seth Bailey on the tackle.
Bailey on the stop for the Raiders.
Picks up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Seahorses at the Raider 10-yard line. They mark it at the right side hash mark. This time Seth Wilson comes wide left and Guma's wide right. Noble the deep back, Kell the up back out of the eye. 2nd down play, handoff to Kell straight ahead, and he gets it to about the 7, a pickup of 3, and Bill Sargent there on the tackle.
Kell on the carry, Sargent on the stop for the Raiders.
It'll be 3rd down and close to 3 for the Seahorses, the Raiders 7.
And this is where Rutland's stingy defense gets downright nasty when their backs are to their own goal line.
Now Dumont in wide left, Wilson is wide right, and Piper's tight on the right. Kell the up back, the deep back is Noble. And the handoff to Noble breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and then it takes it inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. Pick up a 4, Barajeklian on the tackle. It's awfully close to a first down. It is a first down for Burlington at the Raider 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Seahorses.
Well, Mitch Morgan was the first defender in the backfield for Rutland. Got his hands on Noble in the backfield, but Noble shed that tackle and scrambled forward, bringing up a 1st and goal now for Burlington.
Closer to the 3. 1st and goal, Burlington, the Raider 3, and we got timeout Rutland. We got timeout on the field with 7:32 left in the ball game. It's Rutland 23 and Burlington 6. When we come back, Burlington will have it 1st and goal at the Raider 3. Back after this 30-second break.
This defensive unit, maybe remind them as to how capable they are of turning away this Burlington offensive unit that's got their most successful drive of the evening going right now, deep into Rutland territory. Several plays going on that ended with the 3rd period ending, and Burlington still has the football now at the 7:32 mark remaining in this football game.
O'Brien barks him out, and the handoff to Noble straight ahead, pushing for yardage. He's awfully close. A bunch of Raiders there to drop him virtually at the goal line. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Seahorses at the Raider 1. That picked up a couple. And Burlington's going to line it up without a huddle. O'Brien looking it over. O'Brien on the handoff to Noble. Nothing up the middle. Takes it to the outside. He's in for the touchdown. 1-yard touchdown run for Bob Noble. It was stacked up the middle, and they just popped it to the outside and trotted into the end zone easily. And our score now is Rutland 23 and Burlington 12 with 6:59 left in the ball game.
Well, a 15-play drive that started back at their own 33-yard line with 53 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. There's now 6:54 remaining in the ball game. So a very impressive time-consuming drive that ended in a touchdown by Bob Noble.
And Burlington going for 2. O'Brien drops back, looking to throw, being pressured, rolls left, now rolls right. He's way back around the 25-yard line, throws to the end zone, and it is picked off by Conway. So the try for the extra point's no good, but there is a penalty marker down, and we'll wait and see what this is all about. Was that roughing the passer again?
Yes,
it was.
So Burlington will get another check.
Barrett-Jicklian was chasing him.
Barrett-Jicklian, Healey, Morgan.
So this would be, they'll try it again from half the distance to the goal line from the 3, so between the 1 and 2 yard lines.
Well, second roughing the passer penalty against Rutland, the 3rd of the ball game, as Burlington had one some time ago, and this could be costly now if Burlington's able to punch it in as a result of their second opportunity after the penalty.
So after the penalty, half the distance to the goal line. Again, Burlington going for 2. O'Brien takes it straight ahead on the keeper.
And
he's in for the 2 points. So it's now Rutland 23, Burlington 14, with 6:59 remaining here in the football game. A 1-yard touchdown run for Noble. And then the 2-point conversion by the quarterback, Jay O'Brien. Back with a kickoff after this 30-second timeout. Dwyer, Conway, and Billy Moran up in the first line around the 50-yard line looking for the onside kick from Mike Levin. And here it comes, and it will bounce out of bounds.
And Levin is not happy with himself. As soon as he kicked it, he looked up to the sky with his hands on his hips. He knew what he had done. He kicked the ball out of bounds, and Rutland will take it there.
Yeah, right around the Raider 40. And the Raiders, you have 3 options. Kick it back 5 yards, 5-yard penalty. Get it at, I believe, the 35, or get it where it went out of bounds. It went out of bounds right around the 40, and the Raiders will take that option.
Well, the idea being for the kicker to kick it on the top part of the football and let it go end over end. It must go 10 yards before anybody can touch it, or anybody can touch it before then, but in order for it to be an onside kick, it has to be touched by someone 10 yards downfield, and the ball was just a line drive right along the ground that went out of bounds at the Rutland 40.
And that's where the Raiders will have the football, 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Oh, I guess not. They're going to let them kick again. I'm a little surprised here because if they are going to, well, what are they going to do?
I'd take it at the 40, or where it went out of bounds. They're going to call it the 35 now.
I thought you had 3 options.
That's wow. Yeah, that's wow.
Either where it went out of bounds at the 35, or you make them kick again from their own 35. They're giving them, well, they're going to have it at their own 35-yard line. They gave them one of the options, but I was under the impression also where it went out of bounds, so they lose 5 yards on that.
But they keep the football.
It's 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 35-yard line. That Dwyer barks him out. He's gone all the way at quarterback, and the handoff straight ahead. It goes to Conway. Fumbles the football. Scramble for the football. Let's see here. No indications from the officials. Yes, a Burlington fumble recovery. Noble recovered it. 1st and 10 Burlington at the Raider 34.
And the lumps are coming out right now in the throat of the Rutland faithful, hoping that their defense can remain strong and turn away Burlington now, which sort of has started to pull the momentum away from Rutland. Still plenty of time. A quick touchdown here, and we're going all the way to the finish here, folks.
6:40 left in the game. The Raiders have a 23-14 lead. Burlington has just recovered a fumble. Bob Noble recovering. 1st and 10 at the Raider 34. Wingback reverse to Wilson. Does it against the grain inside the 30, and he is down at the Raider 27-yard line. John Haynes there on the tackle. That picks up about 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Seahorses, the Raider 27. Clock running, 6:15 left in the ball game. Guma wide left. Wilson is a wing left. Noble the deep back, Kell the up back out of the eye. O'Brien straight ahead on the keeper to the 25. Stacked up there. It'll be shy of first down yardage, 3rd and about a yard for the Seahorses at the Raider 25-yard line. Burlington has all its timeouts remaining. 3rd and a yard for the Seahorses at the Raider 25-yard line. Wide right, Guma. Kell is the up back, Noble the deep back, Seth Wilson is a wing left, is O'Brien now. Wing back reverse to Wilson. On the option, throws, wide open, Guma's got it to 5, touchdown! Wilson on the option. Throw it downfield to Guma. He was wide open at the 5-yard line, gathered it in, got the touchdown. 25-yard touchdown pass from Wilson to Guma, and it's now Rutland 23, Burlington 20, with 5:24 left in the game, and what a turnaround.
You could see that play developing, especially from where we were standing, Jack. Wilson rolled to his right on the option, and Guma was wide open downfield. And Wilson, who's mostly known for his running ability, threw a nice pass downfield, and Guma went in. Could have done cartwheels into the end zone. He was so open. Got the 6 for Burlington. They'll go for the easy point after now with Levin, the kicker.
Here's Levin in to attempt the extra point. O'Brien puts it down. The kick by Levin is up, and the kick is no good. It's wide off to the right. So the score remains Rutland 23, Burlington 20, with 5:24 left in the game. Back with a kickoff after this 30-second timeout. As the Raiders just a few minutes ago,
23-6, they were
cruising on a 23-6 lead after the Conway touchdown with 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Levin again with the onside kick, and it is Carbonneau that recovers at the Raider 49-yard line. Again, like the last kick, the Raiders had the people with the big, with the sure hands lined up at the front line, and this one went 10 yards, but it was gathered in by Carbonneau just shy of the 50-yard line, the Raider 49.
And you'd think a reception like that or catching of the football wouldn't really be that important, but that right there could very well be the play of the game for Rutland. Big play by Carbonneau.
Raiders have it just shy of the 50. We'll call it the Raider 49. They want to eat some time off the clock, coming down on 5 minutes left in the ball game. Raiders lead it by 3. Duval in motion right to left. And the handoff now to Conway. Takes it left and gets it to the Burlington 49-yard line. Stacked up there by Mike Corkum.
I like
picked
that
up
call.
A couple. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Raiders of the Burlington 49.
I like that call going right back to Conway. The last time he touched it, he fumbled, and Burlington got a touchdown as a result. The next time they get the football, they go right back to Conway. He's been so important to the running game for Rutland. Give him the football and let him do his work.
Rutland 23, Burlington 20. Clock running, 4:25 left in the ball game. The Raiders have it 2nd and 8 at the Burlington 49-yard line. Raiders operate out of the eye. Duval is in motion left to right. Here's the pitch to Stempeck. Takes it right. Room, 45-40. And he gets it down to the 37-yard line. And he was finally dropped by Dennis Piper. Pickup of 12 for Stempeck, and a huge first down. 1st and 10 for the Raiders, the Burlington 37-yard line.
Too much Stempeck. Got to the outside, picked up a big first down for Rutland. Keeps the clock moving, moves the chains. Those are the two things that Rutland needs to do to get out of here with a win.
Coming down on 4 minutes left in the ball game. The Raiders 23, Burlington 20. The Raiders have it 1st and 10 at the Burlington 37-yard line. Conway the up back, Stempeck the deep back. Duval in motion. Right to left. One count Dwyer. And the handoff to Conway off left tackle, and he cracks his way to about the 35, maybe the 34. And on the tackle, Francis Chanel for Burlington. And there is a penalty marker down, a personal foul against Burlington. It'll be a 15-yard penalty on sportsmanlike conduct against the Seahorses. And this will give the Raiders a first down after the 15-yard penalty. They should have it around the Burlington 20. And yes, they do. The Burlington 19, just inside the 20. 1st and 10 for the Raiders, the Burlington 19. 3:42 left in the ball game. Clock now starts to run. Less than 3:40 remaining in the ball game. Dupuis over the football. Paller is tight left. Daly tight right. Double tight end set up. A wing left as the Raiders operate out of the eye. Duval in motion right to left. Handoff to Stempeck straight ahead, and he squeezes his way down to about the 16. A pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. David Brace on the tackle. Clock continues to run. 3:10 left in the ball game. The Raiders lead at 23-20. As into the ball game is Aaron Bailey. He's in for Matt Daly.
Where's Chris Healey? Bailey, Daly, Healey. Huh, Healey?
And Healey. 2nd down for Pat Dwyer and company. Pitch to Stempeck. Sweeps left, trying to turn the corner. And he can't quite turn the corner, maybe for a yard as he gets bounced out of bounds. There is a penalty marker down. He was bounced out around the 15-yard line or so. Clock stops with 2:42 left in the ball game. And let's see what the penalty marker is all about. I believe it's going to go against the Raiders.
It is.
Blocking from behind. I don't know. That was a holding call. That didn't look like that.
No, it was this here.
Well, that would be nice if it was television.
Yep. Anyways, it is a penalty against Rutland.
They're going to mark it back to the 25-yard line, so the Raiders have it 2nd down. And about 16 at the Burlington 25-yard line. Duval is a wing left. And we have whistles now. And what's this all about? 2:26 left in the ball game. The Raiders have a 23-20 lead. Double tight end set up with Daly tight right and Paller tight left. What are they calling here? Fourth? What? What are they doing?
The official's coming over here. I'll see if I can listen in.
Has it got something to do with the clock? What, 6 seconds more on the clock?
The play was out of bounds, and apparently the clock ran for approximately 6 seconds, so the official notifying John Stempeck, the clock keeper tonight, to hold the clock for about 6 seconds.
2nd and 16 for the Raiders, the Burlington 25-yard line. As the handoff goes to Stempeck, nothing there. Lost about a yard. David Brace on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 16, and Ron Sabatelli wants a timeout with 2:23 left in the ball game.
Wants to know why the clock wasn't started.
Lost yardage back to the 27. It'll be 3rd down, about 18 for the Raiders of the Burlington 27. Clock shows
2:23. Sabatelli is not a happy camper right now.
He called for a timeout, but course, there were a lot of numbers missing, bulbs missing. It's either 223 or 228. Can you tell? 223. We'll keep it right here as we got a timeout on the field. When we come back, it will be third down and close to 18 for the Raiders at the Burlington 27-yard line. It's Rutland 23, Burlington 20. 2:23 left in the ball game. Tomorrow afternoon, MSJ hosting Hartford. We'll be on the air at 1:05 with a pregame show and a kickoff time at 1:30. We'll see the Raiders in a couple of weeks at Middlebury. Of course, they'll be in Lawrence, Mass. A week from the ball game.
Vermont's expert.
Be a bad break there for Burlington. If he's unable to go next week or in future weeks, he may be done for the evening.
Jay O'Brien looking to throw, rolls right, fires, and it is picked off by Dana Atwood. He's down at the 46-yard line. Juggling catch by Atwood.
Well, what happened was Atwood had the ball thrown behind him. He was running towards the far sideline. The ball was thrown over his right shoulder, had to reach back for it, tipped it in the air, completely spun around, juggled it a few more times, and made the interception.
And the Raiders have it 1st and 10 at the Burlington 46. Great juggling catch by Dana Atwood. Clock runs with 1:35 left in the ball game. It's Rutland 30, Burlington 20.
A couple more plays here will do it for Rutland. Got a scare late in this ball game, but came up big, and they'll get out of here with a win.
Dwyer barks him out. Dwyer takes it straight ahead on the keeper to the 40 and down at the 38-yard line. Picks up 8. It would be 2nd and 2. Bob Noble on the tackle. 1:10 left in the ball game. Dwyer's done a nice job running the offense.
Exactly.
He got the first touchdown from a yard out on the quarterback keeper.
Burlington's already used 2 of their timeouts. I think they may have 1 left here in this ball game. We're under a minute, the clock running.
Well, they haven't called the timeout yet. Clock running, under 50 seconds left now. 2nd and 2 for the Raiders, the Burlington 38.
Looks like they're going to just kneel down
Looks
here.
like Dwyer will put his knee down just to run less than 20 seconds left. And the Raiders will get away with a victory tonight over a stubborn Seahorse ball club. And the Raiders will move to 3 and 2 on the year. Perhaps one more play. Dwyer puts his knee down at the Burlington 43. 5 seconds left. And Burlington calls, well, they try to call for a timeout. And they do with 1 second left. Now, wait a minute. They want more time up on the clock. 4 seconds left.
Ball game. Burlington cut it to 23-20. Tried the onside kick. It failed the first time. The second time,
and Mark Carbonell must have quieted down tonight because we had no complaints from the neighbors.
I'm still in the neighborhood, so.
He's still right next to us.
However, we did get a call from a couple of rats at the dump up here.
And 1 rat here in the booth.
Takes one to know one, right?
That's right. He would know.
4th down, 1 second left in the ball game. The Raiders have it at the Burlington 43-yard line. Dwyer will just put his knee down here. And he just goes kaplunk. He goes down front ways. And that should be it. You can start the clock now. Well, no, they're going to stop. Burlington will have the ball 1st and 10, I guess, for one more play. Is that right?
Dude. They would have ran back.
With a second left.
It was 4th down, so on the exchange.
Yeah, they get the... Will they have time to run it off or not?
No, they'll start the clock. This should do it.
We're waiting for the clock to start here for the last, it shows a second, but
longest second in history.
I think there's really about 4 seconds left. Now they are going to start it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the ball game.
That'll do it.
The Raiders have won it by a score of 30-20. That's your...